Hello Ghana and welcome to another edition of FDA Pulse. It's great to have you join us as we bring you updates in the work of the Food and Drugs Authority. In the headlines, FDA goes digital. The authority closes down food service establishments. The Food and Drugs Authority bans alcoholic energy drinks in Ghana. And finally, the authority ranks third in the 2026 Ghana Customer Service Index report. Please stay with us as there is more in this bulletin. Welcome back and thank you for staying. The Food and Drugs Authority is transforming how Ghanaians access regulatory services with the launch of a new digital platform. The Ghana FDA Integrated Regulatory Management System, GFIMS, promises faster processing times and greater transparency. Our reporter sat down with the lead implementer of the GFIMS and has filed this report.
We thought that sometimes officers can spend a lot of time moving around, carrying a paper from here to the other, where they could just sit behind the PC and by the tap of button be able to do that. It helped us internally to track, and I always used to tell clients when it came out first and some of them were struggling to get used to the platform, I said, look, it's benefiting you, it's also benefiting us. In the nutshell, we're going to have a better regulatory system and we can better protect the people. So we are looking at bringing together the entire FDA's regulatory activities together to speak to each other to ensure efficiency. Over the years, we realized that our clients are struggling because they always have to drive through the traffic to the office just to find out where is my application, where has it gotten to. So we thought that no, we need to be open to them, and we thought that using the digital platform was the best way to be very transparent. And the other side is efficiency.
Indeed, the GFIMS represents fundamental shifts in how Ghana regulates its products with faster processing times and improved transparency to make it easier to do business in Ghana's pharmaceutical and food sectors. The FDA Ghana has closed down several food service establishments for operating without the required food hygiene permits. The action is part of the FDA's efforts to ensure compliance with food safety regulations. The operation comes after the authority in a public notice cautioned that all food businesses regularize their operations before February 1st, 2026 or face closure. Mr. Roderick Dadieje, the DCO Food Division, explains the FDA's reason for the exercise.
The reason is to ensure that the various actors, those who run the food service establishment, they comply with the law. I think it was very clear last year when Ghana had this problem with cholera. If you remember, we had cholera in Accra, Central Region and Western Region. And so the purpose was to ensure that we made sure that all those who had to comply would comply, because the outbreak could come from several sources. Or at least we want to make sure that those on the restaurants were not implicated. So whatever we are doing here, the regional offices are also doing the same. And the same opportunities to get trained is also there in the regions. So nobody is left out. If you've got problems, please get in touch with the Food and Drugs Authority. That's a better way to get issues solved.
The Food and Drugs Authority, through a public notice, has directed all manufacturers, importers, and distributors of alcoholic energy drinks to withdraw such products from the Ghanaian market by March 31st, 2026, or they shall face sanctions. The move forms part of the FDA's efforts to protect the public from the associated health risks of consuming alcoholic energy drinks. According to Mr. Roderick Dadieje, the DCO Food Division, growing scientific evidence links the combined consumption of alcohol and stimulants to serious health risks and adverse psychosocial behavior.
When you have stimulants, when you take stimulants, it suppresses certain vitals in the body. And so let's say if you were taking alcohol 1 glass and you would get drunk, now you'll be able to take more. And so we are now also informing the general public, those who are selling, that we don't want to see these products because of the issue it will have on health. So please kindly remember the deadline is 30th March. We are not expecting that after the end of March, we should have any drink that contains alcohol together with a stimulant like caffeine. The FDA frowns on this, and I think we've made it clear.
The FDA would intensify monitoring and enforcement across the country, and it's further urging consumers not to patronize alcoholic energy drinks and report non-compliant manufacturers, importers, and distributors for regulatory actions to be taken against them. The Food and Drugs Authority has been ranked the third best performing public institution in the 2026 Ghana Customer Service Index. The recognition highlights the authority's growing reputation for professionalism, responsiveness, and improved service delivery. The survey assessed customer experience across sectors, evaluated institutions based on trust, professionalism, competence, ease of doing business, and complaints handling. Organizers of the Ghana Customer Service Index, speaking to FDA Pulse, described the FDA's third-place ranking as a strong indication of the authority's commitment to building public trust and enhancing stakeholder engagement within the public sector.
So if you look at the scores of the FDA, you would realize that specifically the performance was quite high because of the parameter trust. So FDA scored 69% in trust, and it's the strongest single factor for them. What this simply means is that their customers or citizens now believe that the FDA is delivering on its mandate. And as we all know, one of its mandates is to protect the health of the people and the safety. And this particular mandate carries an outsized weight, especially if you're looking at a public sector index, which is focused on safety and regulatory outcomes.
This brings us to the end of today's edition of FDA Pulse. As always, we are committed to keeping you informed and protected. Do subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on all our socials. My name is Adley Shikadaho. Thank you for watching.